Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt. This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Sporting a new haircut, some new facial hair. Dave Allen, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Thank you. Are you?
Wonderful. What is that behind you?
Some flowers. So I'm not at home. So it's not mine.
Okay. Nice flowers, though.
You what, sorry?
Nice flowers.
Yeah, lovely. I don't think they're real, though. No, they're not. They're definitely not.
No, they're still nice.
Very nice.
So it was announced yesterday you will take on Christian Hammer on the undercard of Usyk and Chisora. So you're on the bill, you're back in action, and you've got a tough fight in Christian Hammer.
Yeah, I think I knew about. I think a couple of days into my Ukraine trip, so 2 weeks ago, Eddie said you're going to go on October 31st. So I said, all right, sound. So, and it's took 2.5 weeks to get an opponent, really. You know, me and Eddie speak. We speak. I think compared to a lot of fighters, I was to get to speak to him a lot. I'm lucky, really. So, you know, it started off Eric Molina. I thought I was watching Eric Molina. Then I thought I was watching Mariusz Wach. Then I thought I was watching Alexander Dmytrenko. So these are all good names and good fighters. And so anyway, as the days went on, these names were like saying, "Oh, we're injured," or "We won't be ready for this at this time." And then I started getting offered names. I got offered Tommy Morrison's son, and he's not very good, to be honest. Like, being totally honest, like, he's a club fighter in America. Like, he's won 17 out of 17, but he's not boxed anybody. So Eddie said there's him, another fellow, a German fellow, who's a cruiserweight, really. He said there's them two, or you can box Christian Hammer. So I said, all right. I said Hammer's a good fighter. So I said, well, what are the financials for it? So he told me the money for it, and the Hammer fight was a little bit more than the others, but not substantially more. But I just said, look, what's the point in messing about? I said, let's watch Christian Hammer. I said, it's a good fight. I said, if I box that American fella or the German fella, people have a field day. So we might as well box Hammer. It's a good fight. If I beat him, you know, I'll get some credit for it, and if I don't, you know what I mean? What can I do about it? I don't. So Hammer's a proper fight. You know, I spoke to my old man. My old man said to me, if you're not at your very best, you know what I've seen in the gym, not even in the fights, in the gym, you'll get beat. And I'm well aware of that.
Who did that to you?
My old man said that. My dad said that. He said, if you're not 100% at the races and at your very best, you'll get stopped. It's not beat. You'll get stopped. You got to be on the game. And I feel the same way. I'm not worried about it, but I know if I'm not on a going day, I'll get beat. I'll get stopped. It'll be a hard night. So everything's going well. I'm training well and prepared for a really hard fight. I think Hammer's a good fight. I think it's a good fight.
What did Eddie Owens say to you about you taking this fight?
He just said if you beat Hammer, he said the possibilities of fights in 2021 are massive. He said, oh, you can box the other fellas and it is what it is. It's a payday and it is what it is. I said, I'm not really in boxing for that. I want to beat Christian Hammer. I'm not in boxing for titles. I'm in boxing because when I beat Christian Hammer, my dad, Jamie, Mick, all the people I respect in boxing are going to say, you know what, David, you beat Christian Hammer, that's a good fight, you beat him. And lots of people online are going to have to say, you know what, you did well, you beat him. And if I don't, then, you know, I had a crack at it. There's no point. I'm not interested in picking money up fighting cruiserweights and fellas that aren't really good. I want to box Christian Hammer. He was the best name that was offered to me. And as soon as I heard it, we took it. So no one could ever say that I don't box the best I have since day dot. So it's a risk reward, you know. The money's not great for it, but I beat Hammer. It puts me in a great position for the one after. So it's a bit of a gamble.
Christian Hammer, obviously very seasoned, experience. He's been in with just about everyone. Obviously, you've got a common opponent in Luis Ortiz. David Price as well, yeah. He's been in with Fury, which was 5 years ago, Povetkin. I mean, so he's been in with quite a few. And I'm not saying he's beaten the ones at kind of the very, very top, but there are a lot of them fighters he has beat. Like, he's got wins over David Price. And I remember that fight with David Price, because David Price nearly had him out there. And then I remember that fight from a few years ago. But, yeah, he comes in there with, like, experience-wise, good pedigree.
Yeah, you know, I looked at his record. I remember the Price fight. I was there when he boxed Tyson. I was there. It was, I think it was at the O2 actually, and he beat Tepper when Tepper was unbeaten.
Yeah.
He beat Wallace when he was unbeaten. He beat Price. He beat a decent Algerian. He went 12 with Povetkin. You don't go 12 with Povetkin if you can't look after yourself. 10 with Ortiz. I look at Hammer, and Hammer's a lot better than Lucas Brown is when I boxed him. Brown was good years ago, not so good when I beat him. Decent, but not as good as he was. Nick Webb, domestic level at best. So Hammer's a big step up. I don't think he's the best fighter I've faced, but he'd be the best fighter I've beat. And I think Hammer goes into it as a big favourite, to be honest, on all known form and what we see. If I can replicate what I do in sparring, which I'm hoping I will with the show being behind closed doors, I believe I beat him. I don't believe I stop him, because I think he's very tough, and I don't think I'm hard enough to stop him. But I think I can outbox him for 10 rounds, and that'll be the plan.
You've probably, aside from kind of your Furies, Joshua's, probably been on more pay-per-view shows. We've spoken about this before than any other heavyweight. I'm going to go as far as saying you may have been as many pay-per-view shows as Dillian White has.
I've been scheduled to box on 11, but this was my 8th appearance where I've been scheduled to box on 11. And but you know, if you look through them, the first one was Luis Ortiz. I wasn't on the pay-per-view. I was there to get beat up on pay-per-view. So that's not really can be counted. I was there to lose. I boxed Nick Webb on pay-per-view. I was there to lose. Been there to lose half the times, you know what I mean? So you say I was on pay-per-view again. Half the times I was not there to get filled in. I weren't the attraction. I was the body that was brought in to get beat up. So yeah, I'm very fortunate. But you know, I think a lot of people say, you haven't done anything to box on there, but boxing, and more so pay-per-view, and how that works is what people pay to watch is pay-per-view. Not the best fight is not always pay-per-view, you know. It's whoever's going to make people spend $19.95 to watch it. I'm very fortunate that people like to watch me, and they show the support with the pocket, and I'm very appreciative and grateful for it. And that's why we're here on, appearance 8 or 11, however you want to look at it. And I'm very blessed, and I know that as well. But I'm never going to turn around and go, you know what, Eddie, I know what, leave it, mate. I'm not going to do it. People on the internet say that I shouldn't be on there. But Eddie knows how the game works, He's the best promoter in the world, and he keeps putting me on. There's a reason for it. And that's because I'm very fortunate that people want to watch me. And it's not like I'm headlining it. People go, oh, Dave Allen on pay-per-view, I'm not spending that. No, you know what, mate? 99% of the people are paying to watch Chisora Usyk. I just happen to be on there, and a few people that'll pay. You might get a few hundred extra people, but Dave Allen's, I'll watch it. But the majority is paying to watch Chisora Usyk, The majority was paying to watch Joshua Molina, not Alan Ortiz at R6 on the free-to-air slot. So, you break things down, and, do you know what I mean? I've never been the headline of the pay-per-view. Like, I'm not the main attraction. Like I said, Halfstone have been the punch bag. So, it is what it is.
What pressure do you feel going into this? Because you have been given kind of opportunity after opportunity. Some nights obviously haven't gone your way. Obviously we've spoken in the past about the Leroy Thomas fights, etc., and the David Price fight, etc. It's not always gone your way, but you do keep being given opportunities for various reasons, really.
Well, I always talk about opportunity. That's something I always got back up, because I had 10 amateur fights, yeah, and I started off on the small low scene, and my third, fourth, and fifth, and you know what? I was and I had 50 months out the ring, and it looked like my career was over, to be honest. So what I did was I moved house. I moved an hour away. Got a new trainer, new management, and in my 18th ever amateur professional fight, I boxed the French heavyweight champion for Brice Aurier, and I beat him. Then I tried to fight amateur and pro. I boxed Jason Gavin, you know, who'd been boxing since before I was born, and I beat them both. Then I boxed Dylan White and Luis Ortiz for Peanuts and got beat up. So I earned the Leroy Thomas opportunity for fighting for nothing, and in gaming it out, and that was an opportunity. Leroy Thomas, the first one that I squandered. The cut out with Leroy Thomas couldn't be helped. The Yoka fight, I had to go to France for fuck all and box him. I then boxed Nick Webb a month after getting the worst I'd in my life. Knocked him out. Beat Neil Bracamonte, beat Brown. Then I boxed Price. So, and I got beat up by Price. So the opportunities I see are the Leroy Thomas and the David Price. And I earned them both. And I earned them, and I shed a lot of blood and a lot of tears over the years doing it. My first 5 years as a pro, my purses wouldn't have even totaled $5,000 in 5 years. I sparred everybody. I sparred Klitschko, I sparred Fury. I sparred Joshua 500 rounds, didn't get a penny for him. I earned every single thing of what I've ever earned, you know. People say, oh, you've done this, you've done that, you never done anything. I sparred over 1,000 rounds with Fury and Joshua. I've earned everything that I've done. It's not like I weren't brought up a millionaire and paid my way through. I had fuck all. From being 20 to 25, I had not a fucking penny in my pocket. No, from 20 to 27, I never had a penny in my pocket. You know, people can say I've been given opportunity after opportunity. Not really, no. No one thought I wouldn't have beaten it well. I boxed White and Ortiz. No one gave me a chance. I went to France to box Yoka for Peanuts. No one gave me a chance. I got beat up. You know. Leroy Thomas one was the one where I that was the opportunity. You get opportunity after opportunity. No, I don't agree with that. I don't. And again, I'm on the pay-per-view because people are paying to watch it. That's why he's putting me on. He's not putting me on because I'm his mate. He put me on because it's good for business. And that's thanks to people that support me. I'm very grateful for it. But I hate when people say you get opportunity after opportunity. No. I've been there as a body more times than I've been there to be given an opportunity. Let's put it that way.
But as people keep pointing out to you, his dad, Eddie Hearn, whoever else, Jamie, everyone in your team, you beat Christian Hammer. Again, it sets up a huge fight again, which I suppose in what you're saying is right. You would have earned the opportunity to whatever fight you have after this if you beat Christian Hammer.
Yeah, the only one that I didn't deserve, I got the Leroy Thomas fight off the back of getting filled in by White and Ortiz, really. You know what I mean? That's the only undeserving thing. I didn't deserve a Commonwealth title shot. But apart from that, everything else I've grafted for and I've worked for it, you know? I've been very smart as well. I've always enjoyed over the years people going, Dave Allen, I think his picture him. No, he's not. He's very intelligent, actually. He's very clever. And I'm in a good position because of it as well. But it really gets my back up, stuff like that. I don't mind people saying I'm shit at boxing, but when they say about opportunity after opportunity, it really gets my back up. You know, when Eddie rung me and I took the fight 6 days for a box Nick Webb after having concussion 3 weeks before in absolute bits, that's not an opportunity. I'm there to get filled in. How is that an opportunity? I'm on pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm there to get beat up everybody in front of everyone. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I got well paid for it, but only because I won. If I didn't get the bonus, I was in fucking peanuts again. Just to get some back up, you know. And that's why we're here. If I beat Hammer, yeah, I've earned it again. Because to beat Hammer, I'm going to have to be very good. Am I very good? I don't know, KUGAN, to be honest. The answer is I don't know. Can I beat Christian Hammer? I say, you know, I don't know, mate, to be honest. I don't know. And it worries me because I don't know. Can I beat him? I don't know. This is the first fight in my career where I boxed Ortiz, White, Yoka. Do you know what I mean? I'm not expected to beat him. Hammer, it's like one of them, genuinely one of them. Can I beat him? I don't know, mate, to be honest. I don't know. But I'm training very hard and I'll be trying my best. That's one thing for definite.
Well, preparation for this, really, you couldn't have had any better. You've been out in camp with Usyk. I'm assuming, obviously, you're not going to be sparring Povetkin anymore.
I go to spar Ppv'S November 1st, the day after the fight, all being well.
Oh, you're going after the fight, yeah.
All being well, yeah. I will go the day after. I will fly to Russia the day after the Hammer fight. All being well, obviously. If Hammer sits me on my backside, I won't be going nowhere. But all being well, I will go to Russia the day after, yeah.
So yeah, it's what's the date today? 10th of October. So you've not got long. Got 3 weeks basically today.
Yeah, I go to Jamie's on Sunday. Got 2 weeks there, and then it's fight week again. It's been a while, you know. I'm really excited by it, and as you can tell with my demeanour, I'm nervous about it. It's a big one. It's a really big fight, to be honest. And it means a lot. This is the one where I think if I beat Christian Hammer, people will say, you know what, Dave Allen's not bad. I think they've got to say he's a good fighter, you know, and that means the world to me. So, and the sparring with Usyk, I'm in good shape. I've been in good shape for the last 6 months now, you know. But I'm worried because I can't take him out with one shot, KUGAN, and that worries me. Do you know what I mean? We Hammer, he's tough man. He's cute defensively. I'm going to have to box him for 10 rounds, and that puts the fear of God into me. But I'm really looking forward to it. And like I said, sink or swim. We're either going to see the best of me, or I'm not good enough. You know, because I'm fit. This is Dave Allen with a 12-week camp. You know, people on Twitter used to go, Dave Allen with 12-week camp beats everybody, beats King Kong. So we're going to find out. You know, this is the one where I've trained. No excuses. There'll be no, oh, we've had a train, we've done this. This is it, and that scares me a little bit because the truth will out if I'm good enough or not. So I'm a bit scared. Well, that might bring out the best in me, so we'll see.
Okay. Let me just ask you about some off Dave Allen topics, as I always like to do. What do you think about the fight between Babbage and Tom Little, which is going to happen on the 21st of November?
From my honest opinion,
yeah,
I think Tom Little wins. To be honest, I think this is the first proper heavyweight Babbage has boxed, and I don't think Tom's a big puncher, but he's a big man. He's tough. He's tough, and he's defensively cute enough to go with that toughness to go through 3 or 4 rounds, and not only to go through 3 or 4 rounds, he'll go through 3 or 4 rounds and he'll hit Babbage as well. I think if Tom, he's in shape, he's in good shape, I think he wins. I expect him to win. I'm a big fan of Babbage, to be honest. I think he's great fun. I just don't think with his style at his size, he's going to do anything at heavyweight. And I think Tom Little beats him, to be honest. But it's an interesting fight. It's intriguing. Intriguing is the word I use with Alan Babbage. He's definitely exciting, but I think Tom Little beats him.
Said it's the case with Babbage. We just don't know yet. I mean, until he kind of moves up the heavyweight levels, we just don't know. He's exciting to watch, and he's.
I think he's great. He's great crack, isn't he?
Absolutely,
yeah. I watch all these, and people mess me all the time. Do you hate Alan Babbage? Do you hate Tom Little? I've never met either of them in my life one time. I don't hate anybody at all. I don't really hate anyone that I know. I'm not going to hate anyone that I don't know. I wish them all the best. I think Tom Little wins. If Alan Babbage wins, I'd be massively surprised. Probably not, no. You know, he's relentless, isn't he? He's relentless, and I think being small, he's awkward and can obviously punch a little bit. But I think Tom Little's a step up from Mark Kennedy, and it's interesting. And what I can also tell you is, part of the deal is, if I lose to Hammer, I'll probably box Ppv'S next. But we're hoping that's not going to happen. Of course. But I think Ppv'S is great fun. I think it's going to be great while it lasts. He'll go down to cruiserweight and he'll have another pop again. If over to light heavyweight, because the fella that boxed Boazzi was a really good fighter. Really good fighter. Yeah, really, really good. But yeah, people think Ppv'S is a one-dimensional swinger. I've watched some of his amateur fights and I've watched him training. He's a good fighter. This Savage thing is doing what he's doing. I think he's a good boxer. And I think with Tom Little, he'll have to box. Because I think Tom will be able to use his size to steady him up with the jab. And I think Ppv'S then will think, all right, I'm going to have to box. And I think he's a better boxer than people are giving him credit for because he's just doing that. He's got that mentality at the minute. But I think he's a very good boxer. It's a fight I'm actually really intrigued by, you know. People go, oh, it's low level this, it's low level that. I think it's a good fight.
Okay. So, what's your plans today?
Day off today. Got back from Ukraine and been training all week. Got the exemption, the sports person exemption, but apart from the training, over the start of the week, I didn't really know I was going to box, to be honest. I was just waiting, and when I got the Christian Hammer fight, I thought, right, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's serious, so I go to Manchester tomorrow, there for 2 weeks, and then I'm not sure how fight week works. I'm not sure if I have to go down early or whatever. I don't know the details like that, but I'm looking forward to getting back with Jamie and you know, seeing what ideas he's got about the Hammer fight, and hopefully the match up with mine. hopefully we're on the same thing. But I'm really excited by it. I'm really, really excited by it. And it's been a long time coming. The prize fight was 18 months ago. You know, I just hope it comes together. I just hope when I go in night. I was speaking to her the other day, and I said, mate, I'm either hot or cold. And when I'm cold, I'm absolutely freezing, mate. You know what I mean? So I'm just really hoping it's a going day and get this fella beaten and move on to the next one. But he's hard doing it, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's self-doubt must plague everybody, you know. But I can't help but talk about it out loud. But yeah, obviously a lot of self-doubt, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. What will be, won't it?
Absolutely.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.